Alright, welcome back everyone to another Ergo Benjamin video. This is probably one of the the more highly requested videos that I'll be making, and this will be on the Ergo Goats game. So, welcome to the brand new little mini series, is what I'm going to call it, right? First, we'll be going over how to get a goat. This will be like the first section. You basically need to go to their website, and you need to, look at, getting yourself a goat. The best place to do that is on Sky Harbor, not the auction house, Sky Harbor. So we'll take a quick little detour over to Sky Harbor, and as you can tell, this is where you'll be able to pick up a decent looking goat for yourself. And yeah, so now that you've gotten your goat from Sky Harbor, we'll be moving on to step 2. Step 2 is that you go and click on DigiGoats with your goat now in your wallet. I'm going to be using the browser version just for the simplicity of this video and because I didn't feel like downloading WinRAR. But WinRAR is how you would play on the Windows version, and I'm unclear on the Mac version, seeing as I don't have that device. But I'm sure it's not too different, and you can do that. So you've got play, multiplayer, and the leaderboard. As far as I know, the leaderboard does not work in the mobile version of the actual game. But I also haven't sat here very long, so if you're going for the leaderboard, I would say that you have to download either the Mac or the Windows. But the Windows is the one that I know works for sure. Moving forward, however, we've got the game. And the game is very, very cool, right? So we obviously have the multiplayer. That's under construction right now. But the play right now is what we'll do for now. So we'll connect to our Ergo wallet. Alright, so what you want to do here is you want to click this little drop down arrow button, and you want to click on your address that you want to use. So in my case, I'm going to click that. For you guys won't see it. If you guys would like to turn off the intro animation, you can click right there. So we'll get into the game. We'll load up a goat or two, or however many is on this address. For right now, it says new character, but I've already played on these goats, so they should have some content. And as you can see, the intro animation is on because I left it on. Now we're in kind of stage 3 of the game, where we have our goat, which in my case is just an all black goat. I think that's kind of rare, honestly, but that's just my own opinion. This is kind of what my current situation looks like right now. So in order to increase happiness, boom. I don't know if that's actually how that's supposed to work, but that is how it works. The main thing that you want to be doing on a daily basis is training your goat and getting them higher muscle stats. So looking at it from this perspective, we've got this one, which in my experience is just the best way to earn money and loot at the same time. However, the personal trainer gives you a lot more loot. However, he also costs a lot more. So I would recommend spending your initial money on that one just to boost yourself up to at least the first level, and then just continuing to grind out the lumberjack, providing that we have energy. This is a bit of a bug in the system, I guess. But now you can see the scores. I should turn the intro animation off, but I should also note that some of the goats just don't have energy for some reason. It's very, very weird, and I have no idea why. I figure usually once the grass is done, you can do that type of stuff, but maybe not in this case. So here we go. We're going to try to do some stuff here now, and it still says we have no energy. Maybe we have to go back, turn the intro animation off. We've got no energy on that goat. Odd. Do we have any energy on this goat? It says we do, or at least we have items on the ground that need to be collected. So no energy on that goat either, apparently. Weird. I guess just like keep clicking tab until you find a goat with energy. I mean, that's like the main like synopsis, I guess. I kind of wanted to show you guys this, but I might not even be able to do that. All right, well, energy's a total bust. So there's the verdict on that. But you know, we can, I guess, talk about it from, you know, a general perspective. So let's just talk about that for a second, I suppose. Now would be a good time to talk about that. The game is far from being very bug free in the least, right? There's an energy system, there's a health system, there's a happiness system. And for better or worse, that's just the way things go. I think the better solution instead of energy would be that the developer, in this case, decides to just forget energy entirely, because energy and items are kind of the same thing. So you're competing for basically what is two of the same resources, right? So rather than, you know, have an energy bar, you only get so much grass a day on the ground. Now, the training is dependent on happiness. So if your happiness is going to be lower anyways, then you'll eventually not be able to train very well to begin with. So perhaps that's in fact where the RNG mechanic should lie, and rather than not be an energy. But that's an entirely different constructive feedback thing, right? This is the marketplace. You can buy house blueprints, stones, wood, all those cool things. I suppose if we wanted to, we can try to fight, but I don't like our odds in this fighting tournament. Okay, that's as much grass as we're going to be able to buy. Perhaps in a way, you should almost save up your grass and like try to like conserve it to the next boss fight. So maybe we'll try to do that with this one, just so like that goat can kind of, well, this really isn't like a prime goat though for like leveling, so he's fine. He can go down in here and he can probably beat this guy. As you can tell, we have no energy, but we're gonna play the 10 goat anyways to go fight the boss. And here is the boss battle. So this is another point of conflict for me, because I myself am not a huge fan of not being able to do anything. I think that, I don't know, maybe this game should require a little bit of RNG, like what it is now, but like in terms of like actual, like I would like to be able to move my goat up and down or something, perhaps make the swords faster, or make it like some Pong type style game where, you know, I'm not going to be like, you'd never be able to get the best at it, but you'd at least be able to dodge attacks, and there'd be at least a little bit of incentive behind it, I guess, is kind of my proposition on it. So we won the battle, we get some rewards, and the dies don't do anything right now. The chest is a rare sword, which in this case is very good. They also look like Minecraft swords, so perhaps maybe a little bit more goatifying to do to the swords, but otherwise very, very cool drops, and a very, very cool system nonetheless. So we did get our grass back. It's kind of a weird bug, but that basically replaced all our grass, and we might be able to get this goat up to the next rank. He does have all his energy back too, which is interesting. I don't think he actually has any. No, he does not. Our happiness is low, and unfortunately the only way to fix that is to give our goat a piece of grass. Boom. Luckily, we got to the marketplace, and we're able to sell our 6-sided die for crazy money. That's really all it's good for. Even the potions really are only good for buying grass. And I say that because grass is like just enough to do exactly what you need to do when you need to do it. So you can click here on your profile, and you can click on your inventory weapon, click use. That'll place that into your inventory. Now we currently have armor and a sword, which makes our strength and our defense go up. So now we can go back down to the boss fight and potentially win another one. And that'll be demon level 3. So, you know, from rags to riches, really. That's the story here. So it looks like we've got around 12 grass. We do around 8 damage. The only problem is that this guy attacks significantly faster, which means we really have to be on our eyes in terms of our health and popping grass at the same time. So therein lies a little bit of the RNG mechanic. Man, that was a nice hit on our part. Don't really want to get below a certain level, but I also don't want to be wasting grass on precious HP that could have been restored. Boom. There's the mini demon killed. I don't know if that one was one of the harder ones or not. I can't exactly remember. There's an 8-sided die, legendary, but once again, doesn't really do us any good. Common armor, not very good. And we got wood. So I'd like that to be on the record right there. I'm not sure that wood should actually be a reward. I don't know. It seems a bit cheap personally, but that's just how it is, I guess. At least we got our grass back and a potion, which we can sell a lot of that and hopefully make our money back. So yeah, so it looks like we're gonna be doing pretty well on grass, because you just buy a bunch of grass and then that's like your lifeblood for the battles. The good news is that we've got 18 grass, 17 grass now. I very well could see us ranking up pretty high now that we have so much grass. And we're going on to fight the next demon. This is basically the strategy, I think, really. I don't know how much damage this guy does. It's definitely going to be a close fight, that's for sure. But we're neck and neck. Grass restores around 20. So pretty much anything below a certain level is going to be beneficial for us. And we're slowly taking him out and being super goat about this. Cool. We just won the next boss battle. Very exciting. Now we're kind of getting into our groove. This is at a certain point where the grass amount that I have is just so great that I'm able to buy more grass. And now, since I've got better armor, I can also rank that up as well. And a mushroom, which I'm presumably just going to sell all that because a lot of it doesn't have a purpose. So while also playing this, I'm also showing you guys how to get good at the game too. Not that I'm saying that I'm like great or anything, but I'm kind of a beast, at least a little bit of a beast. So we can take off this armor here and we can put on our new armor. And now we're just dealing with kind of the utility side of things here. Don't need the mushrooms. We can sell the armor. Boom, back up to 176. Then we just buy grass. Okay, leave just enough for us to battle in the boss fight. Eat 1 grass before the tournament. Full HP and going into the actual fight. So I don't expect us to win this one. If we do, I'll be super excited. But I think it's going to be very tough. Holy cow, he's cracked. Alright, now the Lich Prince is not going to happen. He's too cracked, and we're not nearly good enough. So my recommended strategy for the Lich Prince, and this is just kind of how I'm going to deal with it over the coming days, is I'm going to stack grass, and I'm going to stack level up. So it's really just about days now. It's basically a day game, so it doesn't matter where you are in the competition. It's all about days. So that's my general consensus on that. That goat is pretty high level now, though, so we can work on potentially working on this dude. But I think you guys get the general consensus. You go around, you stack grass, and you buy grass, and yeah. I'll actually make it one of my objectives this game to actually work on getting the house. The house is like 2,000. So I'll make that one of my objective goals, is to get the house. And I should have that within the next week or so. I don't know. It all depends on how fast I can stack grass and just do all these general things, right? So yeah, so we basically took one of our lower tier goats, and he basically ended up becoming one of our best tier goats. I think, in a sense, that is kind of what defeats the purpose a little bit of the game. But all things considered, very, very good. He's got a score of like 1,000, which I'm not sure is super high, but I don't think anyone's beating the Lich Prince yet either. So yeah, so that was the little bit of a tutorial on playing DigiGoats. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.